Repeat. Consider.
Consider.
Считать. Утверждать. Decision.
Decision.
Решение. And what do you consider to be the best occupation in the world? What do you consider to be the best occupation in the world? I consider acting to be the best occupation in the world. And why must we consider carefully before making an important decision? Why must we consider carefully before making an important decision? We must consider carefully before making an important decision. Before making an important decision. Because if we don't consider carefully, we might make a big mistake. Whatever. Repeat. Whatever. Что бы то ни было. Whenever. Когда бы то ни было. Wherever. Где бы то ни было. Whoever. Кто бы то ни был. Limit. Noun and verb. И ограничивать, и limit. Unlimited. Неограниченный. Most of большинство. The difference between the words what and whatever is that we use the word what in a limited sense, whereas we use the word whatever in a more unlimited sense. Other examples of the kind of things are when, whenever, where, wherever, who, whoever. And what's the difference between the words what and whatever? What's the difference between the words what and whatever? The difference between the words what and whatever is that we use the word what in a limited sense, whereas we use the word whatever in more unlimited sense. And if you could buy whatever you wanted, what would you buy? If you could buy whatever you wanted, what would you buy? If I could buy whatever I wanted, I'd buy an island. And can you go for a holiday whenever you like? Can you go for a holiday whenever you like? Yes, no? No, I can't go for a holiday whenever I like. And why not? Because I have to work for most of the year. And if you could go wherever you liked in the world, where would you go? If you could go wherever you liked in the world, where would you go? If I could go wherever I liked. Not I'd. I liked. In the world. I'd. Not I'd. Go to Maldives. And if you could meet whoever you wanted in the world, who would you prefer to meet? If you could meet whoever you wanted in the world, who would you prefer to meet? If I could meet whoever I wanted in the world, I'd prefer to meet. I'd, not I would. I'd, contraction.
I'd prefer to meet our president.
Okay. Repeat. Truth. Правда. Lie. Ложь. Tell the truth. Говорить правду. Tell a lie. Opposite of tell the truth. Okay. Honest. Быть честным. And why you always do you always tell the truth? Do you always tell the truth? Yes.
I try.
Always tell the truth. And why you always tell the truth? Because I
think it makes my life easier.
Okay, or I think it's important to be honest.
Or I think it's important to be honest.
And do newspapers always tell the truth? Do newspapers always tell the truth?
No.
Newspapers don't always tell the truth. Sometimes they tell lies. Miss. Repeat. Miss. Пропустить. And what's the opposite of the verb to catch? What's the opposite of the verb to catch? The opposite? Not the opposite of the verb to catch is to miss. That's right. And if I threw my pen to you, do you think you'd catch or miss it? If I threw my pen to you, do you think you'd catch or miss it? If you threw
threw
your pen
your pen
to me, I think I'd miss it. Miss it. And are you in the habit of missing trains and buses? Are you in the habit of missing trains and buses? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, I'm in the habit of missing trains and buses. And why it's so? Because I always leave everything to the last minute, and they have to hurry.
And
Then have to hurry. Торопиться. And how long do you have to be away from home before you begin to miss your family and friends? How long do you have to be away from home before you begin to miss your family and friends? I have to be away from home for about 1 week.
1 month.
1 month, okay. To begin
missing.
To miss.
To begin to miss.
Begin to miss my family and friends. Once again, I have to be away
I have to be away
from home for about 1 month to miss my family and friends. And did you miss the last lesson? Did you miss the last lesson? No, yes? No, I didn't miss the last lesson. Repeat. Union. Союз. Trade union. Профсоюз. Organization. Организация. In favor of. Быть за какое-то правое дело, за кого-то выступать. Будем понимать все, когда будем читать предложение. Pay. Repeat. Pay. Оплата. Заработная плата. Wages. Это тоже заработная плата. And do you think that a union of all the countries in Europe will ever be possible? Do you think that a union of all the countries in Europe will ever be possible? Yes, no? Yes, no? Yes. I think that a union of all the countries in Europe will ever be possible. Will ever be possible. Will ever be possible. And what is a trade union? What is a trade union? A trade union is an organization composed of workers from a particular industry. Да, какой-то конкретный. And it protects. Because organization protects the workers and fights to improve their pay and conditions. And are you in favor of trade unions? Вы за профсоюзы? Are you in favor of trade unions? Yes, no? Yes, I am in favor. In favor. Once again, yes. I am in favor. Of trade unions. Rope. Repeat. Rope. Веревка. Climb. Забираться. And what can we use rope for? We can use rope for climbing. Mountains. Pulling things. Etc. And what would you see if you climbed the stairs to the top of this building? What would you see if you climbed the stairs to the top of this building? If I climbed the stairs to the top of this building, I'd see another buildings. Another buildings, okay, or roofs of another buildings, да? Крыши. And is it easy to climb to the top of the music industry and stay there? Is it easy to climb to the top of the music industry and stay there? No?
No.
It isn't easy.
It isn't easy
To climb
to climb
to the top of the music industry
to the top of the music industry
and stay there.
there.
It's difficult.
It's difficult.
Repeat. Court.
Court.
Court. Это суд. Court. Look for.
Look for.
Да, что-то искать. And if you lost your keys, where would you look for them first? If you lost your keys, where would you look for them first? If I lost my keys, I would look for them in my bag first. And where do people go when they are looking for justice? Where do people go when they are looking for justice? People go to the law courts when they are looking for justice. Judge, repeat, judge, судья. And would you like the job of a judge? Would you like a job of a judge? Yes, no? No, I wouldn't like the job of a judge. Judge. Repeat, dark. Darken. На темную становится темнее. Short. Короткий. Shorten. Еще делаем короче, укорачиваем. Wide. Широкий. Widen. Расширять. Width. Шепелявим активно. Width. Ширина. Length. Lengthen. Соответственно, длина, удлинять. Strength. Сила. Strengthen. Усиливать. Да? Friendship. Дружба. And we can form verbs from certain adjectives or nouns by adding the letters en. For example, from the adjective dark, we can make the verb to darken, which means to make darker or to get darker. Other examples are short, shorten, wide, widen, etc. And how do we form verbs from a certain adjectives or nouns? How do we form verbs from certain adjectives or nouns? We form verbs from certain adjectives or nouns by adding the letters en. То есть мы можем с вами сформировать глаголы от некоторых существительных и от некоторых прилагательных. Да? О каких пойдет речь потом. And give me some examples, please. Give me some example, please. Dark.
Darken. Short. Shorten.
Etc. And what does the verb to darken mean? What does the verb to darken mean? The verb to darken means to make darker or to get darker. To get darker. And if our trousers are too long, what must we do with them? If our trousers are too long, what must we do with them? If our trousers are too long, we must shorten them. And do the days lengthen or shorten as we go towards summer? Do the days lengthen or shorten as we go towards the summer? The days? Lengthen as we go towards summer. And do you think sport can strengthen the friendship between different countries? Do you think sport can strengthen the friendship between different countries? Yes? I think sport can strengthen the friendship between different countries. An adjective or noun must have only one syllable in order for us to make a verb from it. Да, только один у нас должен быть. Вспоминаем syllable, слог, для того, чтобы могли сформировать от него глагол. Но there are also some one-syllable adjectives and nouns from which we cannot form a verb. We can say, for example, to smaller, уменьшить. Мы не можем это сказать. We can say to make smaller, уменьшить, так, да, сделать это меньше. And how many syllables must an adjective or noun have in order for us to form a verb from it? How many syllables must an adjective or noun have in order for us to form a verb from it? An adjective
An adjective
or noun
or noun
must have
must have
only one syllable
only one syllable
in order for us
in order for us
to form
to form
a verb
a verb
from it.
from it.
And can we form verbs from an adjectives and noun of one syllable? Can we form verbs from all adjectives and nouns of one syllable? No,
No,
we can't form verbs.
we
Can't. Cannot. We can't.
form
Verbs
verbs
from all adjectives
from all adjectives
and nouns
and nouns
of one syllable. Of one syllable. And give me an example of a one syllable adjective from which we can't form a verb. Give me an example of a one syllable adjective from which we can't form a verb. An example
An example
of a one syllable adjective
of a one syllable adjective
from which we can't
from which we can't
form a verb
form a verb
is
is a
small,
small,
large,
large,
slow,
slow,
etc.
etc.